walking shoes, silk shirt, day silk shirt. Oh. Crown jewels.
Teddy bear.
Grow up.
I always take mine with me.
Yes, well, you would, wouldn't you? Pack of cards.
Pack of cards? What are you going on, a poker convention? I always remember Joan Blondell and the Cincinnati Kid. Just imagine you as a card sharp. Nothing up my sleeve.
Thank you. Patience. I play patience. It's relaxing, very therapeutic. Glass of wine in one hand, box of chocolates in the other.
How do you manage the cards?
Oh, God, you are practical. Be a big, strong girl. Take that to the car.
Sure you haven't got an Uzi and about 5,000 rounds in here?
Oh, it was a great lunch.
Here's to a great leave.
Nigel, look, about this leave. In what ways I've been thinking.
Don't.
I mean...
I want no arguments. We agreed you've had 2 crunching years without a break. You're looking distinctly peaky.
Yeah.
Where is it you're going?
Lymington. An old friend's asked me to stay.
An old friend?
She's got a lovely house there.
She is all right, I take it.
Rock of Gibraltar. And sometimes I feel that I have to remind you that I've had more experience in this game than...
We all watch each other's backs, Maggie.
Penny Osmond and I go way back. Kids. Same school, best friends, swapping boyfriends, all that. Her husband died 5 years ago. She's been running the family business ever since. We're just going to flop out for 2 weeks. Bliss.
We could perhaps stretch that to 3.
You trying to get rid of me?
Yes, but I just can't seem to find the words.
Well, thank you very much, Nigel, but 2 weeks will be just fine.
You've lost weight.
Joy of doing nothing for 2 whole weeks. How have you managed your end?
I hired a new chief executive a little while ago. So now I can take off whenever I feel like it, and I don't want to hear from him unless the factory burns down. Do you fancy a stroll round the village a little later on?
Yes, good idea.
I thought we could go over to the Isle of Wight one day. I've got a boat moored on Campbell. Well, we could nip over to Boulogne one day, couldn't I? How are you on crewing these days, Maggie?
The Park Lake was a long time ago.
Blasted maniac! He should be banned for life.
We keep asking the council to ban the buses from this road. It's too narrow. Sorry, thank you very much. You're very kind. Are you sure you're okay?
I rather wish the pubs were open. I think I could do with something stronger than tea.
So could I. Oh, tea. 2 teas, please. You know, Maggie, I've been thinking, that bus was aiming at you.
Yes, well, I didn't want to seem paranoid, but I think you're right. I'm going to find a phone. It was a white, single-decker bus with, I think, a red stripe down the side.
Yep. I've got that. I'll run it through the computer. Maggie, what is this all about? You're supposed to be on leave.
It's not about anything. Just suss it out and give me a ring at Penny's tonight. You know the number. Oh, and Fred, something else. My phone at the flat. Check that out. I had a dodgy line, remember?
Your place was swept first of the month.
Well, then have it swept again.
Will do. I'll phone you tonight. Oh, what's she fussing about? You know the saying, once a copper.
I was planning a sinfully expensive evening out tonight. At La Sorcière?
No, and I feel rotten. And I've got to be here for the telephone call from the girls.
Do you realise, Maggie, there's hardly ever been a time when you haven't been on call? Funny life.
I chose it.
Yes, but don't you ever wish you had a regular 9 to 5, or an office, or a bank, or perhaps even a boutique?
Now, can't you just see me in a boutique?
Yes, Maggie, love, I can.
Maggie, that bus registration, it was a straight banana, no such number. Checked out your flat, as clean as a whistle. Nothing wrong with your phone. Maggie, what's going on down there?
Nothing's going on. You know me, eternally nosy.
Maggie, you're supposed to be having a rest.
If there's anything dodgy, we'll come down and handle it.
Or at least let us give you backup.
I've told you, there's nothing. Now look, you just get back to doing whatever it is you do when I'm not there. Oh, and thanks.
Thanks.
Penny?
Oh, Maggie. What's the matter? What's wrong?
There's nothing wrong. You're having a nightmare, that's all.
Oh, it must have been the wine.
It was that damn bus.
Enough to give anyone a nightmare. Yes. Oh, what a fine way to start a holiday. Go back to sleep. Maggie.
Go back to sleep. I'll see you in the morning. I can't wait for that big country breakfast. Fried bread, black pudding. Rips the weight off.
It was larger even than Fountains Abbey in Yorkshire. The church took about 40 years to build and was dedicated in 1246. Do you know, this is the first time I've ever been to Beaulieu. Isn't it ridiculous? It's practically on my doorstep. It's lovely, isn't it?
I think that's the restaurant over there.
Oh, I do hope so. Culture's all very well, but I'm dying to take my shoes off. I know what you mean. Not for a fortnight.
No, Penny, I'm unhealthy company. I'm leaving in the morning.
I won't hear of it. Oh, the whole thing could just have been a chapter of accidents.
Do you really think that?
Your work. What you do, is it always like this?
No, not really. It's like what I once read that somebody said about war. Mostly boredom, punctuated by sporadic explosions of fear. Unfortunately for you, I seem to have hit one of those moments.
You talk about it so rationally. But you think someone's trying to kill you?
Or make me crack up. Actually, killing's regarded as a bit of a crude solution these days.
Of course, you could go away, as you say.
No, I must go away. I've no right to put you in danger.
Do you remember when we were at school? That boy who kept on ambushing me and tormenting me, and because you were with me, you always got bashed around too. Oh, I didn't mind you putting yourself in danger for me. I needed you.
Penny, that was kid stuff. This is the real god-awful world. What did we do about that little squirt, anyway?
One day he was chasing me and you were hiding with a cricket bat. Oh. He came round the corner and you smashed him across the shins. I think it changed his character.
Whatever happened to him?
Well, he became a banker.
Oh, didn't change his character, just his disguise.
You haven't changed either, Maggie. You know you'd like to nail this character. Look, why don't we just carry on as normal and see what happens?
You're a wicked devil, Penny Osmond. You always did know my weak spot. I'll stay on one condition. One more close shave involving you and I go back. It's a deal?
Deal.
You think this is where I should open my boutique?
Why not? Oilskins, slickers, sou'westers with a French cut. Very chic. The shipyard was semi-derelict a little while ago. Now look at it. They've dragged the river for deep water berths, dolled the place up with all sorts of facilities, pubs, restaurants.
What are they doing to your boat?
Ooh. Scraping the barnacles, splicing the main brace. It's all Greek to me.
Oh, thanks. Thanks very much. The trip is off.
I'm teasing. She handles like a pram.
Both got a reason for that.
We want to see more of each other. Promise you'll come down, Mom. For weekends.
I promise.
We ought to start having fun.
Why don't we go and watch them cleaning up that boat of yours? I bet it's in a right old mess.
It is, Mom.
It's on its way, Maggie.
Case. Nothing.
How come you're here?
We've been staying in a local pub since yesterday. We knew something was up.
You were right, and I was wrong. Thanks for being here.
Reporter and nurse, please go down to X-ray immediately. Thank you.
We'll do everything we can for her.
Phone call for Dr. Singh on line 3.
God, I want that bastard.
What?
What do you think, Joe?
Well, it's never going to make Grauman's Chinese theatre, Maggie.
Do your best.
Another, round here.
We've been trying to find out the favourite in a long line of runners who like to top you.
And?
Well, it's difficult because there are so
I
many.
know it's difficult. If it was easy.
All
Right, right.
Now, you're not working on a case at the moment, right?
Right.
And no one you put away with C.A.T.S is out or remotely like her. I mean, once you put them away, they stay put, right?
That's my fervent hope, yes.
So we reckon it's someone from your dim and murky past.
Murky?
When you were with the constabulary.
Oh, shit.
So what I've been trying to do is ask George here to help me find someone who you put away a long time ago when you was a copper. Someone who's done his porridge, who hated being put away by a woman, and who's very good at holding a grudge and is out.
Jack Brand's not out, is he?
What do we need a computer for?
Jack Brand. Clever. But hated to be outsmarted, especially by the fuzz, especially by the female fuzz. Did one of those arias from the dock as he was taken down. I'll swing for you, you cow. You know the sort of thing. I mean, the dialogue was a bit rusty, but it's the thought that counts.
Well, I reckon he's odds-on favourite.
I'm sure it was him. Now let's find him.
How you doing, Joe?
Needle haystack time, Maggie. God knows how many people have left the dabs on this tub.
Well, concentrate on this area. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm too wound up. I'll leave you to it.
Hello, Chaz. Keeping you busy, are they?
Hello? Don't think I've,
Had the pleasure?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't forget, would I?
Oh, nice manners. Well, we haven't actually met, but you would have heard of me.
Oh?
I'm Sandra,
Sandra?
Jack's sister.
Jack. Oh, yeah, Jack. Jack who?
Jack Brand.
Now, wait a minute.
It's all right, it's in the family. Only, I'm looking.
So why come to me?
Well, he's done the old disappearing act. Well, you were banged up with him all that time. You must know where he is.
Look, he never mentioned no Sandra to me. If he schmitzed it, that's his business. It's nothing to do with me.
Yeah, but he's not going to get very far without what I've got for him.
I didn't know it was your birthday, mate. Hey!
I've got to find him before he finds me.
Why?
Well, you know what a natcher he is.
Pass.
Look, I was holding something for him. You know what I mean? When I got into a bit of trouble myself, I got added up for a bit of B&E. And when I was out on bail, I put by what he gave to me to look after for safekeeping. Well, if he finds out it's gone, he's going to think I've done him up. So you see, I've got to find him before he finds me.
Look, I know all about his temper. I was on the sharp end a couple of times. If he's got the ground, I don't want to know.
Well, he won't like that either.
What do you mean?
Well, old cellmate, won't even do him a favour. He needs what I've got for him.
Look, he was getting himself a caravan down the coast, Hampshire way. Wanted to get some air into his lungs after that crap house we was in. I don't know where. I don't want to know where. Now that is your lot.
All right, well, that's a help anyway. How you finding the job?
Oh, terrific. Got a time and motion man on our backs. If I don't get a weave on, I'm going to be out of the team and back on the stones. It's nice knowing you, Sandra.
Dr. Reedham, would you please attend the dialysis patient in room 23?
Just for a minute.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Forbes. She's not conscious. We'll let you know if there's any news. Perhaps this afternoon.
Dr. Reedham, would you please attend the dialysis patient in room 23?
warn you.
Maybe if you computer enhanced it.
That is computer enhanced. It's a trainer, right foot, size 9, well worn. And, well, that's about it, I'm afraid, Maggie. I wouldn't like to have to speak to it in court.
Okay. Yes, well, thanks, Joe.
I mean it, Maggie.
But I know more about this case than anyone.
You know as well as I do, that's the oldest trap there is. Emotional involvement clouds the judgment.
Nigel, there's a friend of mine in hospital fighting for her life because she stopped a bullet meant for me. Yes, you're damn right I'm emotionally involved.
Well then!
I'll let you into a little secret. I have been emotionally involved with every vicious thug I've ever chased since my husband was gunned down in the street by one. I am not about to change. I have always functioned and functioned well. If you take me off this one, I'll resign. And before you say it, this time I'll mean it.
It's over there.
Thank you.
Is there anything I can...
No, I would appreciate it if you didn't do anything. Maggie?
Yes?
Bingo. It's number 26, a yellow and white caravan on the far side of the site.
Right.
Do you want me to come with you?
No, wait here.
You never pull your vicious little claws in, do you? It's been 9 years. I've only been out a month, and here you are, scratching around like some mangy old cat, putting on the pressure all over again.
Pressure about what? Something on your conscience, is there?
How did you find me, anyway?
I said pressure about what?
About your throat. There were no witnesses.
Oh, I'm sure of that. I like your trainers. New, are they?
Yeah, that's right, new.
What happened to the old ones?
I gave them to Oxfam, didn't I?
Good idea. 9's a popular size.
So they tell me.
Where were you last Saturday afternoon, about 5:30?
Let's see now. In a pub. With 5 mates.
Sunday, about 12?
Same place.
Same 5 mates?
Yeah, I think so.
And they'd swear to it.
Well, see, now, swearing's a very personal thing, isn't it? But I think they would, yeah.
You own a gun?
No, I hate guns.
Funny. What did you use to blast those security guards 9 years ago?
Like I said in court, I was never there.
Do you mind if I look inside?
You got a warrant? I mean, I know you got a nice new upmarket job, but the old rules still apply. This may be just a caravan, but it's my home, my castle.
Now you listen to me, Brand.
No, I don't have to listen to you.
I said listen! You're dirt. You're an animal. A friend of mine is fighting for her life because she took a bullet meant for me. If it takes the rest of my career, I'll get them to slam you back inside and melt down the key.
Right. Now you hear me. I don't know what you're talking about, but I know this. You're still the same poisonous little bitch I remember. And if ever I get a half-fair chance at you, you're away and gone.
Next time, you better revert to type and let me have it in the back.
Now, this is the records copy of Jack Brand's. And this is a latent I got off the boat. I had to bring it up by laser.
Say they match, Joe, say they match.
We have 10 of the 18 points of similarity, which are considered to be conclusive, but...
10 aren't 18.
I'm sorry, Maggie.
Thanks, Joe.
Where now?
I'm going to see how Penny's doing. You're going back to base.
She's all right. Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine.
But what was all that about?
It was Penny they were after all along, not me. It wasn't an accident. They meant to kill her.
Sorry?
This gun.
What about it?
It's Russian.
Have the comparisons come through?
Same gun was used in Toulon 2 months ago, an East German defector with the new ID. Got shot 3 times. The last shot blew the back of his head off. KGB.
Maggie and her holidays. I should have raided the funds and sent her to Hawaii.
Yeah, we could have gone along as backup.
How is she?
She's conscious. I've taken her off the support systems. If you want to see her, you better take your chance while you can.
Singing, no dancing.
I had to talk to you. Something I've got to tell you.
No, you just have to get well so we can have all those good times we've talked about.
Something I've got to tell you. Only when you came, it was so lovely. I kept putting it off.
When you're up and bouncing, that's the time.
You know, the companies in electronics. We've been doing some very sensitive research and development work for the Ministry of Defense.
Yes, Penny, I know.
I've been giving things to the Russians. Jonathan started it before he died. He was going on to Ministry of Defense. Could have saved him if they'd bought a brilliant new night sight developer. But they bought American.
Penny, all this can wait.
No, my dear, I'm afraid it can't. Johnny was in despair and angry, in a sort of tantrum. He offered it to the Russians. Of course, they snapped it up, and he was theirs. From then on,
we can talk about this when you're out of here.
When Johnny died, the Russians came to me and told me I could stay on the treadmill or have my lonely Johnny's name disgraced. Couldn't do that to him.
Penny. Then was the time to come to me.
I was going to tell you on this visit. Going to make amends by giving you an inventory of all the things that have been given to the Russians and all the things that they're asking for.
Yes, I know.
And into what they've got in the latest technology and what they haven't got.
That's true.
Don't stop me. Rain's coming in. I tell them I couldn't do it anymore. Tell them I was going to the ministry. Tired of lies, tired of secrets. The whole thing is in a brown leather diary, and the house, second drawer in the desk, second drawer down.
Fine.
Second drawer down on the right.
Fine. Now I'm going to get the doctor.
No. Say you forgive me, Maggie. I've betrayed everyone. Say you forgive me, please. Say it. Say it.
What do you want?
It isn't easy for me.
Good. I don't want anything to be easy for you till the day you die. And I want that to be hard, too.
I've come to apologize.
You what?
I roasted you. I jumped to the wrong conclusion. I've been doing my level best to put you down for something you didn't do. I was out of order. I'll never exactly be a fan of yours, but I just wanted to say I was sorry.
This is some of the most valuable intelligence material we have ever had. We have got the name of the late Mrs. Osmond's controller. We have got his superior. We have got priceless technical info. It is a brilliant coup. I congratulate you. What more do you want?
I want the bastard who killed Penny Osmond.
As far as this department is concerned, they've simply wiped out one of their own.
She was not one of them. She was going to turn herself in. That's why they killed her.
Maggie, I know how you feel. We've all lost mates in the past.
Mates, yes. But fellow pros who knew the odds and accepted them.
It's the same. Amateur or professional,
Penny was a friend. An old and good friend. First they blackmailed her into obedience, and they shot her like a dog. Now, I may be old-fashioned, but as far as I'm concerned, that calls for something a bit more than professional detachment.
Look, all we're saying is it's not straight thinking to put yourself at risk for something that's not necessary.
Tessa, it's necessary for me.
I order you to forget it.
Oh, Nigel, you can't do that.
At least, let us give you backup. You've always been there for us.
No. If my man sees me go in mob-handed, he'll bottle out.
So, your ingenious plan is to walk back in there, confront this professional opposition entirely on your own.
Right. Jim? Jim Lennon? Or should I call you Scoop?
God, don't tell me I'm hallucinating. It is you, Maggie.
Hi.
Hey, what's current for long time no see?
It don't seem a day too long.
How about a sight for sore eyes? And I'm not kidding.
You look good, Jim.
No, I don't. But you mean well. How did you find me? I'm a long way from the old stamping ground.
Yes. Fleet Street finally gets you.
No.
I thought you were AA.
Sometimes. I tried. I still do. But you know how it is, this game.
The bride wore red.
Don't rub it in. It's a job. It keeps me out of mischief. Here, let's go down to the old rubber-dub. I could do with a heart starter.
I'll buy you a Perrier.
Large one.
I mean it. Come on, I'll keep you company.
You are not the Samaritans. And I know where to find them when the time comes. Why do I have the feeling that I haven't been given the true facts here, Maggie?
Oh, Jim. When did you ever let the true facts get in the way of a good story?
When I was a foreign correspondent in the street, I was accurate down to the last comma.
Oh, why a penguin bringing out a collection of your dispatches under the fiction label, then?
Funny lady. What's in it for me?
Firstly, it's a good story for your local rag. Secondly, think of all the lovely lineage you'll get when you phone the Nationals.
I can't do that. They'll never take anything from me again if I give them a bummer.
I'll owe you, remember? And they'll be eating out of your grimy little hand when you come through with a follow-up.
An exclusive on the real story when it breaks.
As much as I can squeeze through the Official Secrets Act. And non-attributable, of course. Do you want another?
Why not?
Oops. What are you doing here at this time of night?
Ditto.
I've got to check the personnel files.
Don't overdo it. That's a medical opinion.
Ditto. That's personal.
the devil?
Mrs. Forbes, a friend of the victim, who was with her at the time of the shooting, has been keeping a vigil by her bedside. Police are still mystified as to the reason for the shooting, and Mrs. Osmond has not yet been able to speak, with the exception of the one-word diary. What is Maggie up to?
Yes, we've just read it ourselves. Don't worry, we'll stick to her like wallpaper. Yeah, still in the hospital.
So this is what the mythical night-long hunt through the files has been about.
I had to be here. Give credence to the vigil story.
I'm the consultant on this case. The press are going to be on my neck all day. What am I supposed to say?
Oh, I always think that no comment sounds classy.
It's easy to be flip.
Look, Dr. Fletcher, I feel rotten because you've been so marvellous. But I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't completely necessary. Honestly. And everything's going to be all right. I promise.
I suppose I'm going to have to believe that.
Calling Dr. Morton, Ward 2.
Sorry, mate. Oh! Okay, no mugging, no need. Bloody hell! Hey, Harry, what's this?
Got somebody's wallet. A lot of fibres in it.
I think they've got Jim. Jim Lennon. Who? He's the man that set up the story for me, the bedside vigil, the diary. You two take over here, I'm going out to the house.
Maggie, how do you know?
I don't for sure. They found his wallet outside his local.
Yes? Yes, we've just heard. Oh. Where? Right. Maggie, it looks like you were right.
Jim?
An alley about 2 miles from the pub.
Is he dead?
Yes.
Get over there, Tess. Suss it out. I don't know, maybe just get over there. Fred, get inside. If anything else happens in there, that doctor's gonna go in.
First, he was badly beaten up. Yeah. And then they put him out of his agony. So, he obviously talked.
Yes, I bet he talked. Right.
Take that thing off.
I got to think I apologized. I tell you, Brand, I've never thought much of you. But working for the Russians, I never had you down for that. Recruited in prison, I guess, it happens.
Don't be stupid. I'm not spy material.
Right. Give me the gun. I don't
know who he is or what he wants. I came to find the diary. But since I prefer to do that sort of thing in peace, I'm going to have to shoot both of you first.
Drop it!
What the hell are you doing here?
I was after the diary, wasn't I? I read the papers like everybody else. Except I read a bit more between the lines.
What were you going to do with it if you found it?
Flog it, of course.
Oh, so I was right the first time. You weren't going to sell out the country.
Not to them. To you lot. God, wouldn't I have made you pay?
You got a license for that thing?
No. But the kid I nicked it from, he might.
Now, about the rest of your holiday. Let's see if we can't think of somewhere nice for you to go.
South of France.
Wrong time of year.
Jamaica.
Acapulco. I think I'll come back to work. It's safer.
You have a point. Cheers.